Before taking part in this literacy course, I wouldn't be able to define multiliteracies or multimodality, but now things are clearer. Throughout this video, I will show what I have understood these concepts to be and how I am discovering them around my classroom with my students, also a reflection within my own teaching context. What is literacy anyway? Is it reading and writing? Yes, it does involve these basic skills, but it is not only reading the word, but reading the world. Literacy is communication, be it through reading, writing, or speaking, and there are many ways to communicate today. So what are new literacies? The world that we live in today, which is accessible to technology and new means of communication, has allowed for new literacies to evolve. The new generation of students is surrounded by new technologies that have created a new communicative environment where they communicate with peers virtually or digitally. In order to engage and impact the new generation, as educators, we must find ways to combine literacy and the virtual digital technologies. We cannot deny that our students use technology every day. They watch TV, use computers, text using their cell phones, use social networks, play video games, blog, read on their tablets, search for information online, etc. They are 21st century computer and technology literate students who have acquired a number of abilities to function in a society invaded by technology. The increase of technology does not mean that reading is no longer a skill needed. It means that we must teach our students how to read and interpret printed text, and digital information. We must also motivate students to communicate in these new ways in school, not only outside. Juan Esteban, how do you practice your English through social networks?
I follow a bunch of people on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and every day they upload different statuses that are obviously in English. So I read them, and the words that I don't understand, I look for them up on Google and to get a better vocabulary.
Thank you. Hi, Santiago.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, you?
I'm good. Santi, do you use English to communicate with others outside of school?
Yeah, I use a program on my PC that's called TeamSpeak. It's used for when you're playing video games and you want to communicate with other people that's in your team, or you want to chat or anything. You can do it via microphone.
Do you think you have learned anything through communicating with other people?
Yeah, I think that's the best way to learn another language, or to being way more literate than you are.
Okay. So, how do we implement these new literacies and new ways of communicating in the classroom? We must incorporate a merging of modes, which are resources for meaning making. These modes, linguistic, visual, audio, gestural, and spatial, can be combined or be used alone in order to achieve an effect in text. Therefore, teachers must learn to use these modes of communication in the classroom. If students use different modes of communication outside of the classroom, they can use them inside in order to learn. For example, social networks can be used to create new meanings through online interaction.
Recording.
Okay, this is one of my students, Sebastian, and he's in 11th grade. Throughout the curriculum and the planning for 11th grade, I try to incorporate a final project, which includes using technology and images. So sometimes I like them to create presentations with images so that they can explain the topic and teach the class something. So Sebastian, I'm going to ask him some questions about our classes. Sebastian,
Hi.
what kind of activities do we do in class that allow you to share your knowledge, that allow you to express yourself, be creative, and use technology?
Well, as you said, we do a lot of activities by
How does music facilitate your English language learning?
It helps us the music
Yes.
with the language, with the writing, the comprehension, and the listening. Because when we do activities with songs, we can like comprehend the lyrics and write it down. So we are doing listening and writing and comprehension.
With this kind of activities, we learn a lot of things of other cultures because in these songs there are involved slangs, idioms, and phrasal verbs of that culture.
The elephant drank, the parrots flew, the dolphins swam, at the zoo. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? And they so at the zoo.
Hello, person. My name is Miguel. Can I help you in this night? Give me a pasta. Okay, pasta. Salad. Lemonade in a glass. Lemonade in a glass. How many is you? Hello. Give me a cheese sandwich. Okay, cheese sandwich. Thank you. And a lemonade glass in glass. Soap. Vegetables. Okay, vegetables. And salad. Okay, salad. Thank you.
Teaching is a time-consuming profession because our job does not end when we leave the classroom. We must plan, contact parents, deal with institution requirements, the list goes on. In my institution, we have endless responsibilities. Therefore, we may not always have the time to plan multimodal lessons or incorporate multiliteracies in our classrooms because we must follow the curriculum and prepare students for exams. In addition, many of my colleagues do not even know what these concepts are. In order for this to stop being an obstacle and for multiliteracies to play a role in our classes, teachers must receive training. The curriculum must include these concepts, and assessment needs to include multiliteracies and multimodality.